And as I could see around what you have done, what you're working, your project, I can see that you're also a lot of our women.
On 15th October, we had a visitor by the name Max Stadler from Germany who came to Kasese with an intention of visiting Muwofa, which is Mwende Women Farmers Association. He just came on a study and a volunteer tour to Uganda to see how we are operating and the kinds of projects we are dealing in, which previously had been aided by Maria Shelevian. So during this visit, he managed to explore our bakery, where we are handling with production of cake, bread, and some other foods for human consumption. And in that project, he managed to educate our learners in long-time bread manufacturing. This is where he educated our women on how to produce bread that can last for more than 3 months instead of the kind of bread that we produce here locally that lasts for less than 1 week. So that is one of the achievements we have received from him. And he further educated the Muwofa members on how they can process fruits and other food products like vegetables, on how we can process them, we dry them, and we store them for their future use. And in the long run, we managed to have a class with him about poultry, whereby he educated the Muwofa members on how to commence their poultry farm, how to feed the chicken at the age of 1 to 4 days, 4 days to 14 days, and thereafter till 2 months' time, 8 weeks, when they are ready for market. And in so doing, he encouraged the women that it would be better and it is best for them to prepare some local feeds for the chicken. And in so doing, he told us that some of the human herbs would help us make a drink for our chicken. And for this reason, therefore, I have to hail him for his presence in our community and at the Muwofa sites here. Mr. Max did a very great work in teaching our members on how to go with fish farming. In fish farming, he realized that the way we feed our fish was somehow not appropriate for the species of fish that we had. He found that most of our fish farmers had catfish in the ponds, but the feeds they used were for tilapia fish. He told the members that catfish is supposed to be fed on the feeds that sink in water, because catfish feeds from the bottom of the water. And unfortunately, farmers were providing the catfish with tilapia fish feeds that floats on water. This automatically affects the growth rate of the catfish. So he encouraged farmers to always buy appropriate feeds for a specific species of fish.
My name is Max Stadler. I come from Germany. I was sent by the organization SES, which is Senior Expatriate Service. So members of SES are they do voluntary work in several countries. The organization has more than 13,000 members, and about 1,000 are always abroad in African, Asian countries all over the world, South America. So that's where I'm here, and the time is where we are sent to a project is limited to 4 weeks. Short-term expertise is the title, or is the working title of the project. When I came to Uganda, and it got very warmly welcomed by Muwofa and its members, and it was really fascinating. Yeah, I had at least for half a year contact via WhatsApp with Chimima Kubusinge, the chief coordinator of Muwofa, and from the beginning there was a nice understanding each other. So we communicated, we asked what this and this, and then we came here, and then the first day was just welcoming me. It was almost too much. It was really, really nice. Then they showed me around the area here and to some farms, and I experienced that it's quite a active group. It's an active group. They have reached something. If you look around, they have reached something, and they are still keen on going forward. So keen on to develop. And yeah, they made some big steps concerning a very good project is the gardening here, especially because of Mr. Pascal, the gardener, who is very busy with gardening. He's very much involved. He really is an enthusiastic gardener. He likes it and he knows it. It was also good to meet a person you can work with. Okay. This is very important to find at the place where you are, to find people who are who are capable to take up news and also to communicate. It was one thing. We walked around here. We have seen the greenhouse, the plant nursery, the fish pond, and the other day we went to the bakery. We had a look at the bakery. The thing is, in the beginning I tried to start with the bakery, so we had a look at what's there. So when I reached the bakery, they were making cakes, a huge cake. They served at my welcome party, huge cake, and I've seen they're doing well, and I have also seen that orders come in and they make profit. It's profitable to run the bakery with cakes. My intention was then to use the bakery for making bread. Not ordinary bread like you can buy here, but sourdough bread, which is a bread where the dough has fermented before it's made to bread. This means the fermentation process produces some special acids, folic acids for example, which are very healthy for the body, and vitamins also. It can produce vitamins, so the value of the bread, the nutrition value of the bread will raise many times compared to the bread which is available here. And the people were not aware about that they can make it. Yeah? So they have the tools, they have the kneading hook for making the dough, they have the oven, they have almost everything. So we started, and then another thing was I went to the other place of Muwofa, and then I saw they had a seminar, and there was written a recipe for making pizza. And they had a seminar, they had a trainer from Kampala some time ago. We started then a seminar with the women making pizza, making bread. The pizza, I think it's easy to make. I prepare them. We teach them how to make the sauce on top, the tomato sauce. We bought some special spices from a shop in Kasese, like oregano, like basil, and we made nice pizza. Yeah, we have also been to a coffee farm in Kalingi, which I was really surprised. because he made Kalingu is high up in the mountains, and the farmer Robert, I can't remember, Kisali, he has a very good management of the soil. So he's not digging, he's only slashing the grass, and on his area he prevented 100% soil erosion. So he's doing a very, very good job, and this should be multiplied to others, because in the mountain area it's not so easy to run a farm. Yeah. But he has done a very good job. And he gave me a sample of coffee beans, and I don't know if I succeed, but I will try to find a importer in Germany. We have a lot of small factories who process coffee, especially from let's say organizations like Muwofa. They can be in Ethiopia, in Kenya, in Tanzania, and also Uganda, and I try to find a market. This would help. This would support the farmers here a lot, because if it's packed and sent out, they get much more than they have to sell it through the local traders around here, because everyone wants to have something. Yeah, it can always made already a small development plan I have written down it and will show it to Jemima. Of course it can be developed. I mean, all the work we do here in gardening is to get nutritious food. Without that we don't have to be farmers. So nutritious food, what does it mean? Stable food here is matoke and posho, and maybe beans. It's all food, less minerals and less vitamins. So we have to bring more things like dodo on the table, if possible all year round. So there a small garden close to the house for farmers which don't have such a big area would be good. There are some samples here. We put another one on top with a covered tomato house. You will see afterwards. And I think we can do both. Knowledge is important, and also the other thing is some funds. For example, there's only 1 or 2 varieties of tomatoes available, and Germany, I think we have 500. So the screening of the most fitting variety in the area should be done. And for example, Muwofa is really good for it, because they have a good gardener, Pascal, very good gardener, and they have the area and people know to come. So this would be something to set up this more in a demonstration and training area. Not only demonstration, also training. The other step we didn't take, we could also improve other vegetables which are similar to vegetables they eat already. For example, pumpkin. Only the round pumpkin is available. There are so many different kinds of pumpkin with yielding different. This could be tried more. And another thing, a problem what I have brought here is that the beans, one part of the protein staple food in Uganda, they are poorly developed roots. And I think I found the reason for. The problem is they have no nodules. They have normally beans are legumes. Yeah? Legumes are nitrogen fixing plants. In the atmosphere we have 78% of nitrogen. But this nitrogen does not feed plants. So it has to be transformed from N2 to ammonia or nitrate. And this can only do bacteria in the soil which live in a symbiosis with legumes, like beans. But they don't do it here. So I think that's a problem, and we have to work on it. In Germany we made the experience that, for example, one microelement, molybdenum, if this is lacking in the soil, these bacteria don't work. So my thing would be to try and to test which kind of microfertilizer would support the growth of these nodules, because you can easily double or triple their yield. To support them is, for example, if the problem here of this small yields of beans is a deficiency of microelements, then we have to change this. We have to add them. And I mean, if they double the yield or triple their, it's somehow a support. This is so. My thing is not to bring something from abroad and to set it up here. A lot of other help aids organizations do this. My thing is to check the standard at a certain time here, what's going on, to check the soil, to check the environment, what is needed. And then the second step is, first I have to know what's lacking, and then I find a way to supply this. General appeal, one is, I think what they created is this microfinance group is very good. And we started with chicken rearing. Chicken are doing well. So the members who have small areas, not much land, they can invest either in chicken, where the money comes back after 2 months, or if they have a bit more, if they have access to water, they can also invest into fish rearing, like catfish or tilapia. These are those two. So, and then we have, for example, if they start with fish, they can use the pond water, the used pond water for vegetable irrigation, and so we get some nitrogens in. The thing is to make a circle, a use of circle. Yeah, you feed the chicken, you use the dung to fertilize, to manure your garden. You feed the fish with the pond water, with the used pond water, you fertilize your garden. So to make something like a symbiosis between animal keeping and gardening, animal keeping and gardening, to close the cycle, not to waste anything. This is one thing I would tell them. And another thing we found out is the microplastic.
Pollution.
Pollution, yeah. So what we did is we collected all microplastic and batteries around here, and we made a hole and brought it together. And also in the seminar, last week we had a seminar and put it in one place. I tried to show them the heap of rubbish, and I said, all this your children will eat in 30 years, because decomposition of plastic takes 20 to 30 years. Yeah. So not the one who throws the bottle in the garden has the problem. His child has the problem. And to avoid this, the only thing you can do is you concentrate it on one place and keep the rest tidy and clean. And this helps you to produce in a long period good food. This is very important. This is lacking. This is lacking. The knowledge is lacking. This is lacking. We have to improve here.
I would hereby appreciate Mr. Max's visit to Muwofa for the great work he has done. He has educated us on how to do bakery and have good food products that can be stored for a long period of time. He has educated our members on how to do commercial poultry farming and fish farming. And for that reason, I would appreciate very much the SCS members and Marichelle VN members who might have encouraged him to have his visit here in Uganda, and most especially at Muwofa sites. It was a timely visit, and it was an educational visit, though himself terms it as a volunteer visit, and he has really volunteered, because for all those classes we have had with him, he has not been paid for them. So he's a great man to us, and we shall keep remembering all he has taught us.